Alright. Welcome. This is Devin from Deadly Art Gaming. For those coming the first time, welcome. For those coming back, welcome back. So today we are going to go over a new build that I've been working on. It's kind of a cross between Captain America meets Thor. So we're using shield throw and hammer throw. Seems to be working really well together since you have so much damage coming from the throw attacks. The hammer just works well with it following you to help speed up the um, clear abilities and all that stuff. And I have two kind of ways you can set up the hammer throw to make it as easy as possible for your play style. So, but before we get into that and go through all the gear and the setup and all that stuff, I do have a giveaway going on down below for a copy of Lost Epoch. That giveaway is actually ending tonight or around 5 o'clock Central Time this afternoon. So I will be drawing that and then reaching out to whoever it is that wins that this afternoon. Like I said, it's a free copy of Lost Epoch. All you gotta do is jump down below, enter to win there. Also, subscribing to the channel also enters you to win as well. Also, if you like the content, smash that like button. Definitely appreciate it. Helps the video get out to more people so more people can see it. Also, subscribe to the channel. That way you're alerted on my live streams, my build guides, my just videos in general of other games that's coming out, reviews, and all that fun stuff. So, also, Discord link is down below. Come join us, chit chat with us, all things Lost Epoch and whatever else games are out there, anything gaming related or IT related and computers, building, whatever. If you ever need any help with it, let me know. That is it. Let's go ahead and get into the build. As you can see, what I've been playing through here is a little bit of the gameplay of it. Essentially, you're going to run through, and your main damage dealer is going to be your shield throw, but I essentially am constantly casting hammer throw every so often to keep at least a couple of them running around me as I'm running around, because those also are triggering um, the SMITE and everything on that, and they still do decent damage themselves as well. So it just helps to just pack up things and just run over stuff. And here, because you'll see whenever I have it up, I'll run into a group, and then you'll see smites just going everywhere from my shield throws, from the hammer throws, and it just completely run over things. And like right here, I gather all those big guys. I didn't really worry about trying to kill them before. I just pile them up here, and now you see the rain of smites and damage of wiping them out. So it's pretty fun. Like I said, the survivability is there, DPS is there. It's pretty fun to play. It's pretty smooth. Nothing too dramatic as far as the play style of having to do a bunch of stuff and worrying about mana. I hardly ever have to cast anything other than hammer throw and shield throw. Every once in a while, I'll do that skill right there at the bottom. That one gives me extra damage. Every once in a while, I even totally forget that it's even there. So. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the build. Alright, so here we are. So far this character, it's still a work in progress, so I still haven't like min-maxed everything. So as you can tell, I still need to get my resistances up. And even with that, you saw how well it did with all those necrotic enemies just pounding away at me. I still was able to survive through it pretty well. So once I get those higher or maxed out, it's just going to be that much more tankier. So uh, I'm going to go ahead and hide myself to where y'all can see some of the stuff that I have here. So essentially, like I said, we're going pretty much fire and also a little mixture of crit and crit multiplier. So we got quite a bit of throw attack damage, crit multiplier, crit chance. We have a bit more on the spell, but we also this will be increased down the road. So like I said, there is a bit more, quite a bit more growth that's going to be coming from this. A lot of my gear isn't even fully crafted to max stats, so there's quite a bit of room for growth. So far, at a decent amount of health, could use a little bit more just to feel more comfortable, but that will be coming. Uh, go. You got your minion stuff, but we don't have minions. I did try the armor, manifest armor with this. It was okay. It just to get it to do damage, you have to sacrifice for a lot of your own to get to it. So, but it's still, even if you max it out, it still isn't the greatest damage. I think they need to work on that quite a bit. Let's see here. Got a little bit of bleed damage. I haven't decided if I'm gonna put bleed into the build any or not. Got a little bit of ignite chance, and you got your ignite damage. I might try to bring in a little bit more ignite chance into it. There is a bit already going to be in the skills themselves, so you see where I'm at. Like with armor, don't have any dodge, 57% block chance, which I would like to get that a little bit higher. Some stun avoidance, but nothing on the really for ward retention. So first we're going to go through the passives. Essentially, I have 5 points here for vitality and health regen, block chance, health gained on block. One here just to get up here, which I'm probably going to max this out once I finish maxing one of the stats up there in Paladin. I'm going to come back to here and max this out. I haven't really had too much issue with stun, so I don't really mess with stun avoidance too much. So Forge Guard, coming in here for strength, throw attack damage here, which I'll be maxing that out at as well. And then over here for the block. That's pretty much the only reason why I came in here is for the armor on block stacked, which is pretty nice to have. The more you get hit, the more defensive you get, more block chance and all that fun stuff. So just to get some more flat damage, stuff like that. Or come this way. I haven't really decided if I'm going to come in here because I want to get a little bit more flat damage on it. So once I get a little bit higher, I'm only, like I said, I'm only 81. So coming in here, we got the physical fire damage and penetration attunement with the elemental resist just to help cap that out, which I'll finish this off here after I finish this. Block effectiveness heal on block, which is pretty nice. That's mainly for survivability. Then we're going to come up here to spell damage, and then extra armor. And then, and this is probably where I'm going to grab a little bit more of this. Just once I finish this, I'll probably grab that, max this out, grab these, and then whatever's left over I'll do on Forge Guard. Essentially, we'll come over here for the critical strike chance for the spells and throw attacks, so that's really nice to have. Then over here for fire damage and movement speed, because who doesn't like movement speed and who doesn't like fire damage? So now let's go ahead and get into the skills. So first off, shield throw. The way I'm going with it is maxing these out and then coming over here and grabbing that, and this will put your shield throw at 3 mana, which is, as far as mana goes, 3 is kind of the sweet spot to where you don't have to worry about mana because it pretty much regens itself by the time you cast it again. So you don't have to worry about like running out of mana. If you have 3 more, then you're going to start deteriorating that down. So it's totally up to you on that end. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could take 1 point out of there and put it down here and get more flat damage and projectile speed. It's kind of totally up to you. I like to having the extra ratchets just because it does more eruptions, which mean more damage. So coming over here for lava burst on ratchet, burst damage 150%. Over here for shield throw damage turn to fire, stun chant to ignite chance, and then fire damage, and then last point put over here. So like I said, you can take one out of here and put it in here and be one less ratchet, which is not too big of a loss, but you get a little bit more speed out of it because it'll ratchet a lot faster, but and gives you a little bit more flat damage, 2 more points. So it's kind of up to you on that end. But essentially down here is just reduction of mana cost, cooldown resets when shield returns, but how many ratchet it does is reduced in half. That way you don't have to throw it and then wait for it to come back to you. And then here there is no cooldown, and mana cost -5, but it lowers the damage and lowers the size. This is so you can just sit here and just throw it as much as you want. You don't have to wait for it to come back to you. You don't have to wait for anything. There's no cooldown, no nothing. And then for let's see here, what was it? Okay, no. So hammer throw. Now there's gonna be two ways you can set this up, depending on how you like to play. So essentially, what I would recommend is coming up here and going here, projectile speed, chance to double damage 35%, hammer does not return. Coming over here for spiral, and then making it orb around you. That way you don't have to cast it in certain locations. You can just throw it and run, and it just follows you. Now, like I said, you can take these 4 points out here and take these out of take these two, put them over here, and then take the 4 points out of here, and then take one out of here and come over here. This will be kind of the lazy man's way of playing it, to where it orbs around you, has a 5-second cooldown, to where you can have it auto cast. And that way you set it up on your numlock keys and just have it auto cast. And it's got a long cooldown, so it's about 5 seconds. I mean, with the gear, I don't have. Well, I do have cooldown recovery, but it's only tier 1 right now. But even with it, you're only going to get down to about maybe 4 seconds, if that. And even still with that, you're only going to get a cast here, cast there, cast there. So the other, I guess it hit that pillar and died. Interesting. But yeah, so it's only gonna, you're not gonna have as many as you possibly can. So like, essentially, if with the way I run it now, I can sit here and pump a couple out and then jump into and start wailing on a boss, and that way it just chunks them down. So I mean, as far as their life, because they're going to start getting spammed big time with smites, and especially if there's other enemies around, there's just going to be a lot that's going to go down really fast. So I like playing it this way, but like I said, you can go this way, and then that way it helps with survivability because you heal and mana here, so it's totally up to you. But like I said, I essentially come here to get that, and then come over here for double damage, and then coming over here to get the extra projectiles. Or not really the extra projectiles, but yeah, sorry. Um, one here to get the extra projectiles, increase mana cost, but I'm not really too worried about that. And then down here for reducing the mana costs. Um, so if you want, you could take, say, 1 point out of here and put it here. But like I said, that's going to increase the mana cost a bit. Right now, it's not too bad, so that would be totally up to you how comfortable you are with the mana. Uh, you can feel free to try it where you take a point out there and put it here, and that way you'll get another. Instead of it casting 2, it'll cast 3. So even though you're losing just a little bit of the zeal, it's not going to be too bad. Because the reason why I like the zeal is because it increases your damage, your global damage, and your global crit chance. So it helps both your all of your skills, your smite, your hammer, your shield throw, everything. So it's uh, a pretty nice increase to have that. So that's why I'd rather have the 3 there. And I wouldn't recommend taking like a point out of here to put it there, because then that's going to raise the mana cost, the +3 here, and then the +2 that you're not going to have from there. So that's going to be 5 mana increase. So that's going to put you to 17, which is going to be a bit much. Or you could take 1 out of here and put it there. I would probably recommend take 1 out of here and put it there if you're gonna do that. Smite, essentially we're coming over here, 1 point here to get over here, to get the little bit of crit chance, not worried about cast speed. Lowers the health cost from the smite. And then over here for the crit multiplier. If you're okay with losing a little bit of health every once in a while, you can take 2 out of there and put them in here. But I would recommend putting them in here. Now this is where come down here for ignite chance, and then more damage to ignited enemies. Since you're going to be having so many going off, once they're ignited, they're going to start taking even more damage. And then chance to detonate slain enemies. So just some extra damage of blowing the enemies up whenever they die. So like I said, if you wanted to, you could probably take the 3 out of there and put it in here to get more crit chance instead of explosions. I've played both ways. They're both really well. They both work really well. On Holy Aura, we're going to be coming up over here for Ignite Chance, Global Fire Damage Increase, Flame Burst, and then Flame Burst hit damage. Actually, I need to look into that because that's actually melee. I totally forgot about that. So I'll probably be retesting this to see if this actually goes off. Because of the fact that it is based on melee hits, so I might have to come over and bring it up to here. Just get more attack speed. So I'd probably say just go ahead and scratch that. I had that from whenever I was doing Warpath. Didn't really pay attention that I'm not melee anymore. So instead of doing here, scratch these two and come over here, put 1 point in here, 3 in there, and then 1 in there. What is this? Duration lasts longer, but cooldown lasts longer, and its passes is disabled during it. Okay, yeah, I wouldn't really want to go that route. Um, so yeah, so we're coming down here for just attack speed, even though it's not really gonna help us too much. Then we got the physical damage, nah, and then throw attack damage and attack stun chance, and then down here for throw attack speed and haste chance. So really nice to have. So like I said, I just scratch these two, bring it over here. That way it'll boost up your crit chance even more, and then a little bit more crit multiplier. I mean, if you wanted to, you can come up here and grab these two, or grab two to where you get 10% fire penetration since we're doing a lot of fire damage. So that would be totally up to you. Now, as far as Sigil's Hope, we are coming over here for increased damage per sigil, which is mandatory. This is one of the biggest key damage increases from the skills here. Coming up here to get it to where it casts on kill. 6% chance, but it does it pretty often. Fire damage per active sigil, and then we're coming over here for cast speed and heal amount, which I actually will probably be yanking that off since I finally gotten it to where with the playstyle and everything, the skills and everything, I don't really cast it anymore myself. So um, I might take that off and bring it up here to get more ignite chance. Um, Not sure how I want to what I want to do with that last point. Um, and then armor per duration, max sigil, and then double heal. Um, I mean, if you need a little bit more block chance, I would probably say just scratch this and put it over here. That would be totally up to you on that end. And then down the road, once we get multiplayer, you can put it in here to give these bonuses to your allies. Um, but yeah, that would be what I would recommend there. And let's see here. As far as item, like right now, I'm running all four smite chance to cast smite on throw attacks just to have a ton of smites dropping down. You can run just two, it still drops quite a bit with just two of them on, and then run say two of these to where you get the increase seconds to Sigil of Hope, so you don't have to worry about them timing out whenever you get some of those monoliths that have those big breaks between packs and stuff of it some of them dropping off or whatever. But like I said, that would be totally up to you. I've run both ways, and they run about the same, uh, just as strong. So it's up to you on that end. I just like watching it rain smites all over the place, so that's why I just run with all four right now. The weapons I have written now. I will have a link down below to a build planner to that so y'all can see like the plan of what I've got out there. This gear is not optimized 100% yet because I'm still recrafting some of the stuff. So uh, cooldown, vitality, fire, ignite, and then throw attack critical. Make sure you do throw attack critical, not shield throw critical strike chance. That way the critical strike chance will affect both your hammer throw and your shield throw. Same thing here, fire, ignite, throw attack critical strike, vitality, and health regen. Um, Throw attack damage, fire, and fire damage taken. Void resistance and health. Throw attack damage, block chance, necrotic, and poison resist. Fire damage, fire attack, attack fire damage, increased fire damage taken. Same thing. It's going to be pretty much, well, this one has leech on it, but necro and critical strike avoidance. Then ward gained on potion use. I might actually switch that out to take that ward gain on potion use and put the elemental damage taken over time, just to get a little bit more damage out of it. Armor, void, and poison resist, damage leech, hybrid, fire damage, health regen, armor, physical, elemental resist, throw attack damage, fire damage. Transient rest boots, I just really like these boots because of every time I stop moving, it gives me 50% of my mana as ward, which is a nice little stopgap to if I take a hit where it'll take it from the ward first and give me a little bit of time of getting to trigger my health regen. So it, I've really enjoyed having these boots, and I've used them almost all my builds just because I like the way they work. And that you get 3 resists off them and movement speed, so it's kind of you get a lot more of your resists off these, and they're not the ones that come out of elemental resist, because that's one thing I hate the most is like a lot of the boots or a lot of the gear has like fire or cold, in which pretty much everybody get those resists from elemental resist, to where it does all 3 of them, to where you don't have to worry about doing all that extra stuff. So I really like these boots. Um, damage leech, throw attack speed, health increase, and physical resist. So that is it. Um, like I said, I hope y'all enjoyed the build. I hope y'all enjoyed the content and everything like that. If you did, please smash that like button. Don't forget, there is a giveaway at the end of the day at 5 o'clock where I am giving away a copy of Lost Epoch. Make sure y'all jump down there and enter to win. Uh, and like I said, at the end of the day, I will let y'all know of who wins then. Also, you can enter to win by subscribing to the channel as well. If y'all did like the content, smash that like button. Definitely appreciate it. If you want to keep up to my build, my guides, my live streams, all that stuff, smash that subscribe button. Also, um, Discord link is down below. Come join us, chit chat with us. Like I said, we got play many different games, and so if you're looking for someone to play with, I'm more than happy to play with y'all. Once Lost Epoch gets multiplayer, I'll definitely be playing with my community, help y'all farm, look for gear and all that stuff. I'll be more than happy to help y'all out. Other than that, my name is Devin from Deadly Art Gaming, and you all have a great one, and I will see y'all next time.